Hello everyone, this is Team 6. Group members for the teams are Jared, Atharv, Yash, Robert and myself, Jay. We are going to present analysis of desk fan. Desk fans are being used all around the world in large numbers. It provides airflow, convenience, especially during the summer times. It's more environment friendly than air conditioners and also less energy and also it consumes less energy. Primary customers for this fans are household purpose and secondary customers are office or industrial desk uses as a office or industrial desk. Now going into detail of the primary and secondary customers. So for household purpose, it's more related to aesthetics, lightweight, portability, less energy consumptions. On the other side, it's important to consider uh, cost effectiveness, robustness, quiet operations applications for the industrial or office use.
So here's our team's fast diagram. You can see above on the circulate air is our primary functive. Under that is supposed to guide air and accelerate the air. And then our secondary functives are enhance the product, assure convenience, assure dependability, and pleases the senses. So here's our first assembly sequence diagram. This one represents a bottom-up assembly. On this one, you can see that we start with a base plate. From there, we will attach the fan column, then the motor housing mount. From there, we'll attach the motor housing subassembly, which first you must put the motor in the motor housing and then the gear assembly. You have the rotation lock pin, motor housing cap, then the fan casing subassembly, where we start with the rear casing, then insert the fan blades, then the front casing, and then we end with the end cap. And then you have your desk fan. Here's the second assembly sequence diagram we came up with, and this is top down. With top down, you start with the motor housing, then you put in the motor, the gear assemblies, then the motor housing cap. Then you do the fan casing subassembly with the rear casing, fan blades, then front casing. You apply the end cap, you put in the rotation lock pin, and then the base subassembly we decided would be the base plate first, then attach the fan column, then attach the motor housing mount, and attach that to the subassembly above. And then that is how you get your desk fan. To the left, you can see the CAD model with labeled numbers on it. Here is our assembly sequence analysis comparing the two different assemblies. You can see that bottom-up assembly is better than the top-down assembly and ease of testing of subassemblies, as well as ease of fastening and joining. And top-down is better in ease of transferring and handling. Overall, bottom-up assembly is the one we chose to use.
So here we have our component mapping matrix showing the different functives as well as the various components of our product. As you can see, assure convenience, assure dependability, and aesthetically pleasing are the three functives that share the most components. Now we have our bill of materials showing the different components in the product. The motor was purchased, and as well as the fasteners for the fan. We were able to find cost estimates using custompart.net and McMaster-Carr to find estimates for these parts. Now we have the quad chart grading the importance and cost to help us determine whether to redesign parts, keep them, or completely eliminate them. As you can see, we have considered elimination of buttons and the end cap of the fan. So this is one of the parts that we decided to redesign was the stand. As you can see on the left, we have our original, and on the right is our updated version. The one on the right is symmetrical, so that can be mass produced, and we also eliminated the stand, which has also reduced the price of the fan. And here we have On the left is the original housing for the motor, and the pin there allows for the rotation of the fan. And on the right, we have our updated version with our speed control knob there, and we eliminated the rotation of the fan for our secondary customers, and this allowed us to reduce the size of the motor housing.
Okay, so here is the functional comparison for the primary and secondary customers. So as we can see, the common components are common functional functions are quality materials, ease of control, portability, tilting, and damage resistance. On the other side, the different materials are different functions are rotating, aesthetic, location of control, type of control, and area of coverage. And here are the component comparison for primary and secondary customers. The common components are casing, blades, and motor, and the different ones are speed controller, stand, and housing. Here is the product family design, the assembly sequence, where we can see the common components for both the both type of desk fans are casing, blade, motor, and block, while the different ones are with some change are speed control unit, housing, and stand.